Yeah, I'll just hit record. And then, yeah, we'll just use that to then.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Are we recording something? Yeah, sure.
All right.
IPA first.
Yeah. Let's wreck the palate right off the bat.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this week on Amateur Brews, we have a battle of the countries. We have American beers and British beers. We have Stones Enjoy by 7-4 of 2020. The Saison Brett from Boulevard Brewing Company. We have
Robinson's Trooper.
which is out of the UK, and Boddington's, which is also out of the UK.
Yeah. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon below. Let's get on drinking.
Let's crack into it.
Oh, let's crack into it.
All right, so this is an unfiltered IPA. At that, by the way.
I actually
It is
had
9
people
point.
asking about how this unfilters taste, and I'm like,
A double IPA.
Yeah, Defiantly Independent Double IPA. It's sitting at 9.4%. I don't want to know what the IBUs is on this one. I hope these glasses are big enough.
well,
It's a lot darker than most IPAs that we drink.
A little bit.
It said unfiltered, right?
Yeah.
First glance at it, normally with that unfiltered label on there, I'm imagining something that's a little more cloudy.
Yeah,
and
but
at
good
that
head.
initial pour, it is more cloudy, but it starts settling and gets clearer.
It's still pretty.
But like
It's cloudy.
No, I mean like compared to the initial pour,
Oh,
it's cloudy. But then like yours over there, it starts to settle and it's a little more transparent.
So, just off the nose, I like that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, that has a nice bite to it.
I like the smell of it. We're going to find out about the taste.
I don't mind it. I get some honey. Some like fall honey. Some darker honey. I get it's pretty. It's green on the nose.
I'm swiftly learning I'm not an IPA fan.
Well, this is actually I quite enjoy this IPA. It does have a very sharp bite to it when you first drink it.
Yeah.
But I think that
And this is also like that. This is also a double IPA, and it's unfiltered. So this is very much
This
not something we, Zach and I at least, would ever really drink.
This compared to the last one we had is, I would drink this. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it though.
that last one that we have will come out in a much later video.
Yeah.
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 Well, see, the other thing with this one is this is the only time you'll ever be able to have this one.
Special release.
Special release, enjoy by. Well, we're filming this on July 3rd. This is supposed to be our 4th of July episode.
This is enjoyed by the 4th. We got it
Yes.
early.
It's being released
It's
tomorrow.
being enjoyed by the 4th.
Yeah, the episode's being released tomorrow.
So yes, we're releasing this episode on the 4th of July. And that is why we're doing this episode, because you have the fight for American independence.
Yeah. Couldn't find a French beer to throw on the American side, but
Missing a couple.
I tried.
Yeah. Well, we already did a French beer.
Yeah, which is like the one
only
French
French
beer
beer
I could find, which is like,
It's
which is
a
good.
French beer.
I do like that, and I would like to go back and do a more
Should just get a
detailed.
bottle of French wine.
Or could French wine, but like the whole entire 1664 series.
Yeah, because there was
I
the
mean-
Blanc, the regular, there's like 4 other ones.
Yeah, I mean they have the whole entire.
You gotta try to find it.
That might be something we just have to order.
Yeah.
And then enjoy the 2-month delay on shipping.
Yeah.
But you know, definitely we could do a whole entire series just on 1664, and I don't think I'll be disappointed in that. But you know, this IPA, a hot day, like a really hot day with barbecue.
Once you get used
You know,
to
like enjoyed by 4th of July.
yeah.
I mean, to me, it seems like a good.
So, you know how I said it was
hot barbecue.
green on the nose? Grass. Almost grassy, but not like fresh cut grass. Like day old fresh cut grass.
Once you get past that bite, I'm a
Almost
fan.
like honey.
I'm a fan once I get past the bite.
Yeah.
That initial bite.
I don't know if you guys can get this or understand it, but it tastes like a really hoppy, like wheat beer. Like a honey wheat beer. Just with, like you accidentally dumped an entire fucking
Thing of hops
5 bags of hops in it when you're only
into
supposed
your
to have
wheat
2.
beer. Okay, yeah, I can see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah.
But that's like, to me, it's like you have to go underneath the hoppy bitterness. You can kind of get that flavor profile that you're talking about there. But yeah,
I don't mind the
going
hop,
back
though.
to you, like that after that bite, it just kind of like mellows out in your mouth, and it's a much more palatable sensation to it.
And I don't, whatever hops they use in this one, because hops obviously have different flavors for different kinds. I like the hops in this one. I couldn't tell you what hops they have because it does not say on the side of the can.
Which is a nice feature that some people do.
Like this one actually features hops and it tells you what yeast they use.
That is another Boulevard.
Yes.
Which is
Readily available in Columbia.
Yeah, because they're based in Kansas City. But I think that is the 9th beer from Boulevard.
1, 2, 3, 4. How many you got over there, Zach?
Boulevard?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7. That one's number 8.
One of those. Okay, it was 7. So it's number 8 because there's a 3-pack and a 4-pack.
I will say one thing I do really like about
I'm
this.
done with it.
The last IPA we had, which that'll come out after this
Or
episode.
before the. Oh, yes.
Yeah, after. Yeah.
Much after.
But the last one, that bite partially ruined it for me. The flavor, that we know how all that went.
Yeah.
But with this, once you get used to that bite and it mellows out,
Much more palatable.
yes, and you get used to that bite after a while. The last one, every time you took a sip, it was like being punched in the throat. It was awful.
It was a very rough, unfinished. This one has a nice. It finished it kind of that bitterness that lingers in your mouth, kind of just like has you already
It turns
prepared
almost
for
into
that
like
bite.
it's a bitter cream.
The more you drink it, the better it gets, and not because of the alcohol content.
But I don't think it would want much more than. I wouldn't want this whole can.
I would do like a
Sitting
pint
in
of
a
this.
Yeah, just. Well, this is
Pint.
it's pint and 3 ounces. I would like,
Oh, that's a weird size.
yeah, it's one pint and 3.2 fluid ounces.
All right, then.
But I don't know if I'd want much more than maybe 1.5 of this size glass. Because it gets to be
So
a lot.
You
I'd
want
have to separate it.
like 12 ounces versus 16 ounces, which is a pint.
Something like that, yeah.
You mean 19.2?
Yeah. Well, I think that one does have to wrap up American units of measurement over there.
Yeah, fuck the
Can't have a nice
measurement.
You can't have a nice, 10 base measurement system.
Yeah.
Let's have a 1.1.
Yeah.
So many ounces.
1.1 to.
Oh.
I'm curious why they chose such an odd size for that.
I mean, looking at it to me, like, honestly, I thought it was just like the same as these over here, just a pint, because that's a nice, good size. But, sitting side by side, it's
Slightly taller.
bigger
Bigger
it's
but
stone. If it was brewed in Texas, I would say because everything's bigger in Texas. But
It's Stone. Everything's bigger by Stone. Stone likes
bigger portion sizes.
not even bigger portion sizes. They like more alcohol, more hops. Just they like to
More.
expand their.
More.
Alright.
More.
Truba?
Oh, yeah, we're going on to the
Trupa.
created by Iron Maiden.
So yes, so the little bit that I do know about this beer, this was actually brewed in collaboration with Bruce Dickinson, who is the lead singer for Iron Maiden. This is sitting at a wonderful 4.7%, and just to fuck with Zach, it's 1.9 fluid ounces. It's not even 1.1 ounce. It's 1. What was it?
Why?
16.9. So,
Launched in 2013, Trooper is an award-winning premium British beer that has sold over 15 million pints worldwide. Iron Maiden vocalist Bruce Dickinson worked with Robinson to help develop a beer which has true depth of character, malt flavors, and citric notes from a unique blend of Bobeck, Goldings, and Cascade hops dominate this deep golden ale with a subtle hint of lemon.
So, while you guys are reading off all that fun stuff, I did find the best part on the whole entire can. This is a product of England, Frederick Robertson Ltd, Unicorn Brewery.
Stockport, Cheshire.
I just got the Unicorn Brewery. I'm like, yep, okay.
All right, let's crack it.
We're going to have to do some more from Unicorn Brewery.
All right.
All right. Mmm.
Smells like a beer? Oh, yeah, it almost smelled lemon zest.
Yeah, maybe it's just coming directly from that IPA.
Yeah.
But it almost smells a little funk.
I like funk.
You like funk, but like
I love funk. That's all.
just
that's
coming
why,
from like bitter hoppiness with
yeah.
the bite from the IPA. Like the nose difference is so big right now.
Oh yeah. I was very excited for this beer.
Well, that has some depth to it. Like
Still trying to get that IPA out of my mouth, but
yeah,
damn.
you know, like after your initial sip of it, it starts like it gets a little creamy.
Mm-hmm.
And it just switches like halfway through, and it's a nice.
So this beer I had actually had my eye on for a long time before we decided to start this podcast.
YouTube channel
podcast. It's a video podcast. Mainly because I had worked at Hy-Vee in the liquor department and saw this come in, and I was like, I want to try that because it's Iron Maiden, and The Trooper is a wonderful song, and Iron Maiden is just a wonderful band.
1.09 fluid ounces.
That's gonna have you torn up the whole video, ain't it?
Dude, yeah, I'm like, why?
So the thing that we did not
they
say,
got to their 15 million pints, they just started rounding up off of each one extra one.
thing that we did not say about the IPA
It
though.
was taller.
It's 1 point. Maybe it's because this is a nitros, right? So it's offset
Yeah, fair enough.
0.09 ounces.
So, thing we didn't say about the IPA, not really chuggable.
Oh,
It's chuggable. It's chuggable to an extent. You couldn't chug the entire fucking.
Well,
can.
but the IPA category is not the most chuggable for me. But that was a very good IPA. Like, I did enjoy that. Like, that would be one, like, I may just want to grab another one before it's done. Because it is a limited edition, so.
Yeah. And there was a few that I missed out on. Like, they did an Enjoy by 420, which I would have liked to have tried. Just see what they tried to do with it. Because there are companies that like to do hemp flavors.
Curious if that's the one I had. When do you know when that one came out? Was that this year or last year?
It was neither. It would have been. I started here 2016, 2017?
1, 2.
I had to go back to when I worked at fucking Hy-Vee, okay? It's been a little while.
I want to say Stone came out with a weed beer a year or two ago that I had at the Morellon Microbrew Festival, but I can't find it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, now you can't.
Yeah.
Especially if it was an Enjoy by.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
It was so
This is good.
though.
Yes.
This
though, I could go for like a burger with this. This seems a nice Like,
You have to do a
specific.
What?
Fish and chips.
Well, yeah, we want to go completely. Besides, I don't like seafood, but I'll eat those chips.
You said if it's fresh caught,
Fresh,
different thing.
It is a whole different thing. But we live in Missouri.
Everything tastes like mud.
Hey, I don't like freshwater fish, and there's no such thing as fresh saltwater fish in Missouri. Unless it's from, like, a fishery.
Yeah, in which case.
You're slim picking because most of those go to restaurants. Mm-hmm. Because they need to have a constant supply of fresh fish. And honestly, I can see how that's a lot cheaper than airlifting it into Missouri.
Yeah.
But then again, you would see that more in like St. Louis and Kansas City area versus
big
Columbia.
More your big cities.
Well, I mean, Columbia's number 4.
Who's ahead of us?
Springfield and Independence.
Well,
Springfield's ahead of us?
Springfield's on almost 1,000 people.
Well, then we're like 5th.
What?
If Springfield and Independence are bigger than us,
Mm-hmm.
because Kansas City and St. Louis are definitely bigger.
No, so it goes Kansas City, St. Louis, Independence, Springfield.
Just do the whole fucking
If
triangle.
we're going to rate by quality, we're at the top, though.
I have some Independence.
Independence is pretty nice.
Yeah,
Never actually been.
So like Independence, even though it's
right
right
next to
there
Kansas City.
besides Kansas City, like it's one of those areas where I'm like, it's not like I'm going to Kansas City if I'm going to Independence. I'm going to Independence.
Yeah.
Because it has.
Isn't there there's that German.
Oh yes,
restaurant.
in downtown. Oh.
What is it?
It's the Rhineland.
Rhineland. Yes.
Oh, that is an amazing traditional German restaurant. But like Independence has its own history. Like that's where everyone went through for the Oregon Trail that came across from St. Louis to Independence, not Kansas City, Independence, Missouri, before heading out further west. So it has its own history, and like to me, it's like it's also far enough away, the 10 miles that it is, but there's a different feel to it.
Yeah. It's older. It just feels older.
Yeah, it does feel older than Kansas City, and you lack the more
industrial.
What is that? What's the actually? Well, unless you're going to the bottoms. The bottoms feels very industrial.
Yeah, it does.
But
because that's where Boulevard's at in Kansas City. And the bottoms.
I think
because you got like Boulevard. I think there's another brewery down there, and then you've got the roastery.
Mm-hmm. I don't think roastery's in the bottom.
It's right next to it.
It's near the bottoms.
Yeah.
But
so
I always love driving over the bottoms because I would love the old brick building.
Oh,
right
there's a bunch of Mexican restaurants down there too.
Yeah.
So chuggable? Yes.
Very.
Would I? No.
Actually, no. I'm enjoying it too much.
Yeah.
I kind of have a little bit.
I'm like deeper drinks. Yes, it has a refreshing quality to it. Like,
yes.
Like almost, I would say, it reminds me more of a light beer with flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't leave a lot of flavor lingering in your mouth, but it doesn't sit on the stomach. You can just drink it. But there's a good, rich flavor profile with it, which I don't get with a lot of light beers.
Which I don't tend to like light beers. So.
But I mean,
this is a medium.
It's a medium. Like you get the lightness of it, but at the same time you have
weight.
more. It has a little weight.
Yeah, it's got more weight than
a light beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also with that weight comes a very rich flavor profile.
Multi flavors.
Yeah.
The lemon though, the subtle hint of lemon, that ain't there.
No, but I can see putting in a piece of citrus.
Yeah, it's like a lemon.
Very subtle, like hint of lemon.
I think lemon would be the only thing you want to add to because it does not match well with orange. And lime is always more upbeat and bubbly because it's got such a sweeter flavor.
It does have a sweeter profile than a lemon does.
Whereas like that Buena Vista that we had, that would have been great with a lime.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I had someone asking me how that was. I was like, have you ever had Corona? And I'm like, just turn that knob up.
Turn it to 11.
Yeah.
Corona, but done right. Not that I have anything against Corona. I love Corona. Corona Familiar is one of my favorite beers, but that's Corona done much better.
Yeah. Which is that one, which I'll probably put out next week. It does. Well, I did enjoy it quite a bit. Now we're just sitting here drinking things because
It's just that damn good.
Yeah. We just can't stop.
I really have to feel
I'm gonna do a slight, I'm gonna do our
a color profile test.
Yep, just a color test, just so we can.
Now the real question is, drink it.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some amber color to it.
Well,
Just smell that.
does it open up more aromatically?
Oh fuck yeah! I don't know if that's a mix of both beers, but damn.
I do.
I would be very happy if I got a beer smelling that way.
I do get a little more hop with it.
Oh yeah.
And then, and I think that would be the lean green IPA in the glass itself. But I'm very pleasant on the nose.
Oh, that was great.
Which do we need glasses for it, or
If you would like, it is a nitro.
I like nitros.
so like what big tall glasses?
Want some regular?
Either you can drink it out of the can, or if you want full nitro effect, put it in a glass.
I want it.
Now we're on to Boddington's.
Oh,
Boddington's, the pub ale.
one of my absolute favorites. I believe it's a bitter pale ale is what it's considered, but it's got a very heavy honey base.
And then you looked it up and had ABV, but it does not show ABV on the can, nor does it show IBU, which IBU is honestly kind of a rare thing, but it is nice.
So rare.
All right, Zach.
I forgot to take the stickers off my new glasses before I washed it.
You all right?
I thought it was like an emblem or something.
Ready? Set.
Yeah.
My point.
Hello, Nitro Beers.
Yes. It's a lot worse when it's cold.
Other than you cracked that one the other day, it was nice. Zach, you want me to just grab the
No,
towel out of the bathroom?
leave it for now. We'll
Giant.
We'll finish the episode.
I'll lick the table clean. It'll be okay.
Just push it to the middle of the table. I'll clean it. Oh yes.
It looks beautiful in the glass, though.
Well,
do it.
Dinosaurs.
So, backstory on this. I discovered Boddington's in the middle of Florida, actually.
Backstory. This one's actually a pint.
Yes.
Yeah.
One pint, and they're pretty damn blatant about it. But me and my now ex-girlfriend were in vacation in Florida with my mom and...
Just take a whiff.
Oh, yeah. Just...
What does that smell like?
Smells like honey.
Uh-huh.
You know what it smells like?
Honey sticks.
Mead.
We went to Universal
Yeah.
Resort. We were going through the Harry Potter stuff. And while we're waiting on the train...
I just noticed
There's a bar.
with all the water.
in Universal. So we go over there. I'm looking at all the British beer they have, and this one sticks out to me because I'm a huge honey fan.
Mm-hmm.
I grab a pint, pay for it, crack it, take 2 steps, whole thing explodes. Sprays the ceiling, sprays everything around me, including the woman that checked me out on it. She apologizes, gives me another one. It also explodes.
Didn't I get a fucking beer for free one time from somewhere? I thought that I went somewhere and they're like, "Here, have this, it's free." I don't remember.
I've gotten free drinks from Wolf's Head before.
That doesn't surprise
You should totally
The first one...
Oh, this one's.
Yeah.
let it dry. Let it dry.
First one ended up
Brand
exploding.
new. I want it for the video.
They gave me a second one, which also ended up exploding. They gave me the second one for free. I told them not to worry about it. I was just going to drink and walked away. And sat there, waited on the train. After them exploding, they had lost a lot of the carbonation they were supposed to have, and I'm one of those people that will not drink things unless they're carbonated. However, I fell absolutely
I'm not waiting for it.
I fell
Sorry,
in love with Boddingtons at Universal, and it is hard to find, and I'm quite glad I did.
Yeah, that just reminds me of mead. Including the thickness, just not as sweet.
It's
it's
super
not sweet.
creamy, a little bit on the bitter side, but
It looks beautiful in the glass.
Oh, you're not. I mean, I think we chose the right glass for
the
this.
head though.
Yeah, oh,
It's
yeah.
like drinking whipped cream.
The head is A1.
Yeah, it's A1 sauce, guys.
I have been very impatiently waiting for this for a week.
Beautiful brown,
Well,
like golden
You
brown.
spilt
honey
it all
color.
over the table, so.
We all spilled it over the table. Okay.
Can't be too hot, can't be too cold. Has to be right about 41 degrees. Otherwise,
Boom.
that shit happens.
Oh, well.
I like it.
I mean, yeah, I like it. I do kind of feel like
It does
I
have some
could-
fizziness.
I'm like I could probably eat it with something that's a little salty because there's not like,
Oh, yeah.
any
Some, like-
saltness to this.
Some French fries.
So, yeah, from French
Some
fries,
chips.
pretzels, bar food.
Not pretzels.
Why not? Well, not because you have a
Germany.
you have a issue with pretzels.
I do have an issue with pretzels. Zach, this is running to my side of the table, and we know what happens.
Have we not seen what I've been doing over here?
Just shoving it back into my space. That way when I put my glass in it, it shoves it everywhere else.
MySpace has been relevant for like 13 years, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no.
My space had never been relevant.
I mean, has any of our spaces been relevant? No. Well, my hand is completely covered in Boddingtons.
Somehow, just my wrists are covered.
Well, I had my hand down on the table, so
Zach got sprayed.
yeah. But oh god,
The color is beautiful.
It looks fucking gorgeous in the glass itself. A nice curve to it.
I know I gave this one a lot of hype. Does it live up to it?
Your hype? No. Is it good? Yes.
Rip.
Yeah, your hype made it seem
Now.
like one of the best beers.
For me, this is.
I don't know. It's a great beer. I would
For
seek
nitro
this out.
beers, it still doesn't beat my favorite nitro beer.
Would you like Guinness?
Guinness is the nitro beer.
All right.
Yeah,
It's
it's the
good.
tulip glass, though.
This is good. I would seek this out again.
I would
But
take
like,
this
did
out.
it live up to
on
your
tap.
hype level? Your hype level was like it's a 9, and I'm like
Yeah, this is a
6 or a 7.
It's
It's good.
It's still a 9 for me.
I really like it. It's just it didn't live up to your hype. Am I disappointed? No. There is no disappointment in this.
What if I ever go to the UK? Am I seeking this out in a fucking bar glass with some fish and chips? Fuck yes.
yeah.
But no tartar
Yeah.
sauce. Because fuck tartar sauce.
What's wrong with tartar sauce?
I don't like tartar sauce. I don't like mayonnaise-based sauce. I don't like mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
I do not like mayonnaise.
What do you like, mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
I do not like either one.
Why? They're two
I
completely
just
different
don't.
things.
I like what is it? Hellman's mayo, the flavored mayos.
So I really like Hellman's mayo with the olive oil.
That
That
has
is
like
like-
chipotle mayo.
No. They
Dude.
got the Chipotle.
Oh my
but
god!
the ones that are made with olive oil.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
the olive
Rather
oil.
than was it milk? Only
What I mean,
butter, something.
They're a white product,
Yeah.
but replacing that oil, that fattiness with it. But I think that it adds in another layer of flavor.
Damn, y'all slipping.
I'm enjoying it.
I'm grabbing a fucking towel out of the bathroom.
But see, at this point, we can just then cut right into the next. We got the segment done without having me to cut.
Yeah. This is by far one of my favorite beers. My
It's
most
not
favorite
bad.
beers that I've ever
I
had.
think
I
like most
really
beers.
like the bitterness, but it's bitter but sweet at the same time.
I think
Well, it's
like
a natural sweetness.
Yes.
It's not like sugary sweet, but it's like that natural honey sweetness that's like.
Well, like I am with most beers, I think this would be much better on tap
Probably.
because then it would retain that nitro a little better. Because that's another thing is that I think what Boddington's might have done wrong and why you have your exploding beer is because they're putting too much, and then that proceeds to just
You gotta take it. You gotta take it out of the fridge and let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then it's about perfect. If you let it sit for too long, it'll immediately explode. If you pull it straight out of the fridge and
That was
then
our issue. We let it sit for too long.
yeah.
if you pull it straight out of the fridge and crack it, it will the nitro cartridge won't open, and you'll start pouring the beer. And in the middle of you pouring the beer, it'll open, and then it'll geyser over the glass.
So there's just some
Consistency.
consistently issues.
Yes. It's gotta be right about
All right.
41 degrees.
So, my other question on this, the next one, Remy, is that going to pop like champagne?
I don't think so.
I fucking
But
hope
it
so.
might.
Well,
So-
if that-
So, all right, this is the Saison Brett from Boulevard.
oh, just saying that.
It uses Brettanomyces yeast, which is a wild yeast, which should be, which I don't know if either one. You might like it. I don't think you're gonna like it though, because it's gonna be earthy and funky and
I like funk. I like
Odd.
earth.
I like
I
earth.
don't like IPA.
this is not IPA. This is actually
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I was hoping I'd be a target today.
this is their. So this is
I was
based.
hoping you weren't going to be a target. because
This
I'm
is
like,
based
he's
on.
still near my computer.
This is based on Tank 7, which is one of Boulevard's like ultimate brews.
All right. Yeah, you are savoring the hell out of that, aren't you?
Oh, dude, I really like it.
I hate to say it, Dayton, but I think I like the Trooper better than I do.
Dude, okay, both of those, I'm like, I would enjoy that with, like,
Fuck. I'll take that one.
because you fucked up.
I did fuck up.
Come on, Remy. You know how to pour.
I did, and I poured that one correctly. It ended very poorly. I can already smell this one.
I can smell it, too. I can smell that funk.
I smell Boddingtons.
Okay, well, there's a base layer to Bollingtons all over my table now.
Yeah.
We sealed it with Bollingtons.
It's seasoned.
So this one might actually have the least amount to it.
Yeah, give that one to me.
We'll give you the medium one. And I'm gonna grab the towel again so I can clean up the small mess.
Wait.
Ooh.
So this is a Saison. I have had a couple of Saisons before, and I've not been big fans of them.
Saison, the style of beer?
Saison is the style. I believe it is a French. It's a French style of beer. I believe.
What,
I could be
what
way
other
wrong.
styles would it like lean close to?
Grazie.
Farmhouse. So if you've ever had,
Okay,
if you've ever
Farmhouse
had
Ale.
Tank 7,
This
this is based on Tank 7. It's just using.
7.
I don't even know if I've had Tank 7.
I don't think I've had a single Boulevard beer ever, honestly.
Well,
I'm
this is
sorry.
number
There's
8.
actually they
Wait,
do
you
a
haven't
pretty
had
good job.
Boulevard Wheat?
Right.
I don't believe so.
Dude, that one's everywhere. Like in a restaurant, like in Missouri, if they're carrying Boulevard, they're carrying Boulevard Wheat.
The only Boulevard I've ever actively looked for is what is it? The Booloo, the Tech Nines.
Oh, the one I really wanted to have.
The Caribou.
The
the
Caribou.
Yeah, I think it's
It's the Booloo. And
Yeah,
it
that's
was
it.
only released in Kansas City.
yes.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've ever actively looked for. I haven't bothered even.
I want.
Looking
I went
Boulevards
through Kansas
way
City
over
and couldn't
that.
find any.
That's one of those ones I like.
So
I was
If you
so
take a
excited
sniff-
hearing about that one. I was like, I want to try it.
Also, fun fact: did you all know that they completely quit making Bacardi 151?
Yes.
Yes.
I know somebody who has a bottle of one Bacardi 151.
I know
They're
that
saving it
because-
for their wedding day.
No,
They won't remember it.
Well, they like Bacardi 151.
They won't remember
No,
it.
they won't. Well, that's what they have. So just take a whiff. Tell me what you smell.
This is a stronger smell than the IPA that we had.
Yes. Hopefully, not as much bite.
Can I give a suggestion on at least what I smell? Because I'm so used to this smell.
Is there like a little citrus in
Farm. Just
Okay.
farm and hay.
Okay, yeah, hay. I can get the hay in there.
And maybe some citrus. Because
I'm catching citrus.
Yeah,
This
it's just like the very lightly like a citrus like not is like the citrus bite.
So we have 8.5% alcohol, 38 IBUs, so it should be fairly easy drinking.
You know,
It uses Amarillo, Calypso, and Citra hops, which is where you're getting your citrus smell.
yeah,
And
yeah, orange stuff.
Brettanomyces wild yeast, which gives funky and earthiness, as we said.
Now, here's a
And, as you can tell, that bitch is cloudy.
I think this is more cloudy than our unfiltered double IPA.
yes, by far.
Like, I mean, this is like settled down a bit, and this looks like it's more cloudy than when you initially poured that IPA.
So,
it looks like your glass is sweating.
before we even try this, I will say that I've had Boulevard's Funky Pumpkin, which is supposed to be pumpkin ale brewed with Brettanomyces, which was one of the best funky beers that I have ever had. So I'm hoping this goes up.
I see why you know what yeast this one used.
Well, it also just says Brettanomyces yeast, and it's called a Saison Brett.
Because no, how much you're like, I want to make you try the funky pumpkin when it comes.
Because
out.
it's
You're just the funky
the thing
punk.
is that when you say funk, like that's not even really a descriptive word. That's more of a noun. That is because it's funk music. Like when you think funk, it's funk music.
Yeah.
But when you start using it as what is it, an adjective? I believe.
Yeah, for description.
Well, yes, it's a descriptive word.
English flash,
It
guys.
does not. It doesn't compute. It just does not seem to have a specific thing.
But when you smell,
But
something
then once
they
you
have
taste, once you
funk.
smell it, and once you taste it, you're like, "That's funky," and I really liked that beer because of how funky it was.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to set funkiness out again. So hopefully this has some
Well, guys, here's to funk.
because we got funk. Gotta have that
The
funk.
funk. Bottom.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah.
So,
No funk.
Fuck yeah.
So
No funk, but earth.
I honestly get hit with some citrus on there too.
I do
citrus?
too. Real,
Yeah, like-
real heavy on the.
You're like, well,
the
the citrus hops,
citrusy, sweetness,
like, completely different than the smell.
almost, yet again, almost honey.
At very first glance, it's strong in citrus, but
then it mellows
as
out.
soon as you get past once you get past when it initially hits your tongue, it just mellows right out, and it almost reminds me of a.
Fuck yeah.
Y'all ever had pumpkin bread? It
Yeah.
almost reminds me of pumpkin bread.
It does have that that earthy spice.
Yeah.
Earthy,
Which
yeah.
is what I
Almost-
like earthy spice.
Yes.
Mm.
But there was something about Funky Pumpkin, like the funkiness was not, you couldn't describe it. It wasn't an earthy spice. It wasn't really earthy. It was just
Oh god.
Now,
almost moldy.
I almost want to go with. I could eat some pumpkin pie with this.
Oh hell
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I can fucking
Like
dessert.
I'm like
This
I'm,
is a dessert.
I'd almost
Like,
dip
I'm
my
drinking-
pumpkin pie in this.
yeah, like I'm drinking this and I'm just like, it kind of reminds me of a citrus pumpkin spice flavor.
Yeah.
Like if you would take like just pumpkin spice and then like mix in like orange and lemon zest because it's not one or the other. It's just like a generic.
Zesty, not even lemony or orangey. So yeah. Oof. Have we been disappointed by a Boulevard yet? I think the only
one. Yes.
Yeah. Which one was it?
Nothing. None of those three.
Well, the other three are over here.
The other four.
Was it the rye?
There's the rye or the rye IPA was probably the least favorite. The honey blonde ale was really
lackluster.
It was drinkable, but it was the lacking in. I mean, if you're going to put honey in the name, guys,
make it taste like fucking honey.
You know, like even if it's just like an aftertaste of honey.
Yes.
I love an aftertaste of honey. That's a great thing. Like honey ice cream has a nice creamy honey after flavor.
Should we
love that? That honey ale did not have.
We forgot price points. We forgot price points on a lot of these.
So
this can was, I believe, $3, and this bottle was $13.
Makes me
okay, but you know what? That bottle,
I would buy it again.
I would buy it again.
Yeah.
But I would buy it in the setting where I'm having friends over, and we're like, well, okay.
I would drink the bottle myself.
I was like,
because I'm a glutton.
You are a glutton. But to me, that would be like, I would want to share that because it's delicious.
I'm gonna buy a bottle for you guys, and then I'm gonna buy a bottle for me.
For you.
This one's mine.
Y'all can
that
split
one's
this
yours.
one.
This is what we're drinking. I bought one for you all to share. And
I bought one for myself.
Like me with the Boddingtons. Here's a case for all of us. Here's a case for me to take home. Don't touch it.
Or like grape juice for me and Justin.
So that one, kind of chuggable.
The Boddingtons?
Yeah. I would think kind of chuggable.
I think
the
Trooper was more chuggable than
the Boddington.
The Boddington.
For me, I adore the flavor of Boddington's Pub Ale. It is one of my absolute favorites. But the creaminess of it makes it just
more heavy.
Real heavy. It's dense.
So
it lines up more with that IPA. Like you could chug it, but you're gonna feel it afterwards.
Yes.
And like some of those things you just don't want.
I think is kind of along the same lines of the Trooper as you could. Why the fuck would you want to?
I'm like, okay, even with the Trooper.
This is a
Trooper.
This is a savory. Like I want to sit down and just.
He's done.
This is campfire bio. This is like, if you were to go to, I don't know if you've ever been to Les Bourgeois.
I have not actually been there.
I have been to Les Bourgeois' winery because I went there for a wedding.
Yes.
My William's sister got married there, and they did it because there's a river that runs right behind it. If you're sitting out there,
is it just a river or is it a Missouri River?
I don't remember.
Well, there's kind of a difference. Is it big or is it a little river?
It's in Rocheport,
which is right there on the Missouri River.
That tells me Missouri River.
So I mean, maybe you could have a little tributary that's overlooking.
Yeah. If there's a decent sized river next to the Missouri River makes that river a creek by default.
Yes.
But
sitting out
Missouri.
If you're sitting out there, this is where I would wonder. If you're sitting out there, if you're sitting out by a river on like a porch at sunset, that's where I would want to fucking drink.
That's not.
Yes.
I would like to just reword that phrasing. If I'm just sitting overlooking the river, I just want to be drinking.
See,
yeah,
I drink
this specifically. Like, if I'm just trying to have a glass of beer, relax, and just
I drink
mellow.
Whenever I taste
this.
When I taste this, close my eyes. What it makes me think of is sitting either on a bench or in a camping chair, looking over some body of water, not too hot. Like 70 degrees.
This reminds me almost. This kind of has a campfire feel.
Yes, I'm thinking like acoustic guitar in the background, chill body of water. It's like 65, maybe 70 degrees. Sun's starting to go down. You're not baking. Just super relaxed.
Fuck you and just what you made me think of. So this is our rating. I have a feeling kind of how I know how I am rating, and I have a feeling how you guys are rating.
I feel like I may surprise you.
Honestly, I think I might.
So,
I mean, like,
who would like to go first?
You know,
Shall we go oldest to youngest? Which would start with you?
I'm fine with going oldest to youngest. Now, here we go.
Older than you.
Fair enough.
Younger than him.
Okay, he's a month and a half younger than me. So,
I'm the youngest here by a long shot.
okay.
Woo!
That's not a long shot. Not a whole lot.
I'm actually going to say my favorite was...
Okay, a little bit of a surprise.
That's a bit of a fucking shock.
I really love that. Now, when you hear my ratings, you're going to see that. That doesn't really matter because I love all of them.
Yes.
Fucking Iron Maiden next.
Oh, wow.
Ballingtons were great, but I fucking love that so much better than Ballingtons. Now here, oh sorry, I was looking at my backside. So now here we go. That's actually my favorite IPA I've had so far today.
I will agree with that.
100%.
I'm going to go with a 7. And then I'm going to go with a 6. And I'm going to go with a 6. And then I'm going to go with a 5.5. All 4 of these were amazing to me. I would drink every single one of these. They all have a different setting I would want to drink them in. And I would seek out all 4 of them for another drink.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, the episode to come out of the 12, Mix 12, that made me question whether or not I like IPAs. This one's starting to make me question again, like...
You're still in the middle of the road. You're still sitting at the fork.
I'm still sitting at the fork, and I'm like, I'm going back and forth between, like...
You're still
this is a bad IPA, and this is like, this one...
We will end up finding an IPA that's just like...
You're still in the discovery phase.
That's it. Like, that is an IPA. That is what we like.
Like, and this is an IPA I like, and I would seek out again. Which is, like, a different than even most of the other IPAs I've tried already for this, because that seeking out part is lacking. That IPA I would seek out. Sadly, it's a fucking limited edition.
Yeah. So,
find something you like. Hell yeah.
It's gone.
What was it? There was one of my favorite. My first.
Was it the stout out?
No, it was the double stout, Irish double stout. From what's St. Louis? The one
Schlafly's.
Schlafly's. I can't ever say it, but it was their Irish double stout, which is a seasonal beer. Yeah. And the first time I had it, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like,
you found a stout.
I found a stout.
That's how I enjoy.
But I grew into drinking Guinness. That was from the get-go. I loved it. And that reminds me of a similar story for that IPA. I love it so much. It's fucking going to be gone. I can't enjoy it. Like, I want to just buy another couple cans just to have it on hand, even so I can enjoy it a little past when they're no longer brewing it.
So,
but everything else, they're all 5s or above, so every single one of these I'm going to seek out. This one was fucking great. The Boningtons, the Trooper, this fucking giant ass bottle. I mean, I really haven't had a Boulevard Brewery one
that we haven't really liked. The only one that we really didn't like, I remember just being an IPA.
Well, that was the.
I think it might have been it was either the rye or the
rye we didn't really
like these.
But all of that space pack was great.
The heavier, what was it?
It wasn't the Locust. It was the Cosmic IPA. That was the most roughest one out of those three.
It was either the Cosmic or the Star, because I remember us liking the Lotus.
The Lotus Haze was amazing. I'm just really happy with the quality of products that I've tried out at Boulevard.
Oh, yeah. And they've been doing a great job.
Great job. Yeah. They haven't hit any marks that I haven't liked. And maybe that's just me in a lack in trying different things yet. Just like with IPAs, like I still don't know where I stand on that. On the show, there's two IPAs I really just don't like. Versus overall, when I've tried IPAs, I haven't enjoyed them. Sneak peek.
We'll say this. That's part of the reason that we started the podcast, is so we can try different things, figure out what exactly
we like
in each different style of beer.
There's not even a difference what we like in each style, but like
what
flavor profiles work with each style of beer. Because some of the sour series, we have coriander and sea salt in one of them, and I fucking love that shit. And then the pina colada one.
The Dogfish Head.
Does that have coriander and sea salt?
I know it's sea salt and lime.
Ooh.
And it's the only thing I can say is because I've had it before. I think you've tried it before. I know you haven't tried it.
Oh no.
But amazing with a very specific set of wings from a very specific place that we like.
I haven't tried it, but you've mentioned that many times already.
With myself personally, I found the kind of beer that I liked, and that's been what I've stuck with. I'll explore a little bit, but it's in very special occasions. I never go out of my way to just be like, that looks like it might be okay, and try it.
I judge a lot of things by the can and the style. If it's got a can that's cool as shit, but it's in a style I don't like, I probably won't touch it. But if it's got a can that I like, and it's a style that I like, you better bet I'm going to try to buy it.
I will go mostly by style and by flavor notes that I can find on the can and on the box. Because I was always taught never judge a book by its cover. I cannot speak today. So
you'll find out in a later episode.
4 beers later.
I bought a whole entire case of beer just because of the way the box looked, and it was.
I'll leave that sitting until the next episodes.
But I think I'm different than you. Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, most beers I'm like, oh, they're okay, but I really want to try beers to find
something that you like that's gonna. It's just
like, and I just want to like share. I'm like, but I just don't want to like what style of beer. Like, there's so many different beers within a certain style. Like, I can like it and not like it, and then I hit like, this IPA that I just love.
Perfect example of that. This Saison, it's a style, but this is a sub-style. It's almost like when you get into rock and roll, and then you have hair metal versus you have hair metal, and then you have just classic like black metal. Like they're in the same genre, but they're so different from themselves.
I'd almost equate this into a prog metal.
Oh yeah, that's
that's a prog metal. That's anything goes, but goddamn, does it come out fine.
Oh yeah. All right. So my rating literally is just this.
No. Give them the scores.
So this one's an 8.
Oof.
This is the highest rating one that I have so far.
Okay.
This is probably equivalent to a Guinness for me. Which says a fucking lot.
That says a lot for your...
because this, my only qualms that I have with it is the price point. But then again, it's
a big bottle. Like
a big bottle at... Do I even have...
I would say probably close to...
This is like well over...
It's probably like 7.5 milliliters or a liter.
It's a one pint and 9.4 fluid ounces.
It's a big bottle. Why can't they just give us this milliliters?
At 13, it's essentially a can and a half.
Oh, I see. Because they hollow up the bottom.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has to do with the expansion of yeast and bottle spray.
Another reason why
can't you just put the milliliters on there?
Yeah.
Because it's basically a wine bottle.
So
it leans me more towards being...
This is an 8 for me.
7.5.
My one qualms is probably only like $1 or $2 more than what I'd really like to spend. If that was $11.99, that bitch would be a 10.
But even at
I would drink that son of a bitch every day that I could.
Okay. But then again, that very close to your price point there, you would still like...
Oh yeah, I would seek that out.
You would not. You were like, yeah, I'm going to buy it, and like, is it more than I like to spend? Yes, but am I going to question spending
that much?
No.
So $13 though for me is like that. I bought this pack. This was like $10 for 4, which is still a bottle and a half more.
Yeah.
But This for me is actually like a 6.
Yeah.
A 6.5, something like
That's
that.
where I put it.
And then these two are kind of sitting 5, 5.5. Yeah. I think the Boddingtons might be a little bit lower than the Enjoy by a half. So we've got like an 8, a 6, a 5.5, and a 5.
I feel if the Boddingtons was on tap, it would be a slightly
That's the
different
thing.
story.
That was
but
my thing with Boddingtons.
The
is that
nitro can is a
it's-
little on the rough side.
it's a good beer. I feel like they've just got something
They
just
need to fix
slightly off.
They need to fix
Because
the
if they
nitro
could-
problems.
If they could get it to where Guinness has their nitro at, because if you buy a can of Guinness and do that, you have you could put it in the fridge and then just pop it and drink it. You have no issues. If they could do that, that would definitely be probably a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, definitely elevated it up to that. Next
Oh yeah,
level.
because because it's like, oh, nitro, you're expecting soft, bubbly, just creamy, because that's what you get with the Guinness, but then you get that, and then you open it and it explodes on you, and you pour it out, and then it's like, it's still creamy, but there's just no...
It's borderline
There's no
flat.
bubble.
It's almost flat.
Yeah, it did have a flatness to it.
Which,
I mean, it was still
nice,
good.
but
I mean, like,
not the Saison.
the Saison was good. And, like, I even ranked the Saison above.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, but I really think if we got it on tap or they did adjust that
But
nitrous
if-
level,
If they
it
did
would
this,
adjust it up. I mean, but then
if they did this Saison on tap,
I'd fucking
I'd
die. I'd
that would
die.
be one of the best. Okay, so there's one beer that I have had that we can unfortunately no longer get that I would rate at a 9 or a 10.
the Funky Pumpkin.
No. It was from New Belgium, which I'm not. I want to say they're out of Northeast somewhere. New Belgium Brewing Company brewed in collaboration with Clutch. And they did a, what was it? Barrel aged sour stout, which is such a weird combination of words.
But I could see it.
I let
working.
it set. It's when I was living with you. I let it set in the fucking pantry for 3 to 6 months.
Live
Colorado.
fact check.
Fort Collins, Colorado.
Fort Collins, Colorado.
New Belgium's in Colorado.
So
Fort Collins.
I let that set in the pantry for 3 to 6 months. I don't quite remember which it was. Opened it and drank the entire bottle in a fucking night. And it was $17. For a bottle smaller than that. I believe it was a 24-ounce bottle.
But it was a
But
probably a limited edition.
it was
special.
limited edition because it was brewed with Clutch. And it was amazing.
Mm.
And they actually, at 44 Canteen, they were supposed to have a one of the tall, skinny, the pony barrels of it for tap. And the guy that I knew that worked there, he ended up quitting before they ever put it on tap. So I don't know if that was on tap. And it just hurts
what a
me
shame.
so.
All right, Dayton, let's get your input on this.
All right.
This horse race, because honestly, like, it's anyone's game with
I
these
have-
beers.
It's all different.
I
It's
have
all different and they're all
two
great.
separate ratings. Do you want based on price or based on without price first?
Just
don't-
without price.
Without price. Price is a secondary point to flavor.
Without price?
Yeah. Ooh. I mean,
I can't quite argue with that.
I mean, like, I couldn't argue with yours, even though I ranked it very
Yeah.
differently.
For me, Boddington's by far is one of my favorite beers I have ever had. Partially because of the discovery process of that, sitting in Hogsmeade and drinking
So-
Boddington's,
and the
waiting on the
experience.
train.
It has
Yes.
some nostalgia to it.
But also because I love the bitter flavors, I absolutely fucking love the honey and the nitro. When you get it right, if you get it at just the right temperature where it doesn't fucking explode on you, one of the best nitro beers I've ever had. But that Saison was better.
That Saison was amazing.
Oh,
that
that
was better
Saison
by
was
a
good.
long shot, which almost hurts me to say. Honestly, if I had to rate these, it would be Oh, should I be a stickler? Should I not be a stickler?
Go off your first hand.
Yeah, go.
Just go off of what you fucking think.
Gut response 7.5 or 8, 7.5, 7, 7. These two to me were equal depending on the situation. This I would drink
Sitting in a pub.
sitting in a pub, if I'm at a bar or
With
something
some
like that. Shooting pool, because I'm an avid pool player.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Some
I would
snooker.
drink the fuck out of this.
Some snooker.
Some snooker.
This would be like an almost outdoor beer for me. Drinking it, sitting out with family in the sun in a lawn chair,
Drinking it, mowing the lawn.
minding my business,
I would be down.
playing some washers or something like that. This, as we've already said, with the fact I bought a second case of this, anytime, anywhere, if I could find this closer to me than this,
You can win that.
this would almost be my daily. It is a
Good one.
slightly step below what my current daily beer is, strictly because of price point.
Yeah, Stag is cheaper.
with-
shit.
Not even the Stag Session. It's a little more expensive, newer, but
You're still paying like
The
$10 for a 30
problem,
pack.
the only issue I have with this is after I got through that whole glass, I don't know.
Sits.
I don't know if it's just me,
A little
but it sits a little heavy, and the flavors almost start to become muddled. They almost
muddling is
combine into just one giant flavor, which,
But it's still
mind you,
enjoyable.
is a fucking phenomenal flavor. But I still kind of want that separation.
I like a muddled
know what I mean?
flavor after you drink it because then it's not
Granted,
specifically, like with an IPA. The one thing that you tend to get is after flavor hops. Drinking it, hops. That one, that was hops.
And then like mellowed out.
yes,
It just went. It
Hops,
had its
honey.
Yeah,
It just kind of had
creamy
its
honey. But then,
flow.
yeah, but then after you took a couple drinks, it
It mellowed out.
Yeah,
it just
mellowed
kind of
out,
mellowed
which-
together and made a line.
and that made that IPA so much more enjoyable because you could experience hops and honey at the same time without having that hard biting.
Yes.
Kicking
Which
the
is-
ass.
Kicking the ass. Which is, I will have to say, more guys, every one of these beers are phenomenal.
They're great.
This is the first episode that we've ranked everything 5
Really
and
well.
above.
Oh yeah.
Like everything we've had today, all three of us would seek out again.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would recommend every single one of these to someone.
Just for shits and giggles, this would be how I would rate this without price point involved. 8, 7.5, 7. These are equal. With price involved, ratings stay the same. Had this been $1 or $2 cheaper, had I been able to
hands down.
had I been able to buy 2 of these for a $20 bill instead of it being like 13 or 14 bucks a
Yeah.
bottle, I would stock up on that. And I would almost live off of that outside of work. Because this, by far, flavor-wise, is my favorite beer on this fucking table.
For me, we're going more along that line when you count price. Just due to this being $10. It's
Okay.
$10 like for a 4-pack. This was how much for a 4-pack?
$8.99 if I remember.
And this was 10. This would, if it came in this size can.
That was like, what,
It was-
$3 a piece?
This was $3 a piece
Yep.
times 4
Which
is
are about
$12.
$12, yeah.
Which, in that order, you're going, you kind of gotta. You got a roller coaster
Yeah,
there.
no,
Yes.
I see where you're coming.
But
Or-
it just has to deal with what I drink, how much I want to spend, and flavor.
Price does not negate quality, however.
It does influence your buying habits.
Yes.
Yes.
See, for me, looking at price, this one would be lower because this was phenomenal. I really like this one, but if we're buying like a 4-pack at $12,
Yeah.
I would start questioning like, well, do I want this one? But buying like individual cans,
You get more buying 4 of those than you do getting one of these.
I do. I really like that. I really like this one. I don't think I could do
4 of those.
Yes.
Whereas this, I would be able to do that, and I would
You'd be
want
good.
to share, and I would like enjoy that. This one would be like.
That's literally
This
why
one,
I'm going to buy
wanna-
another one of these.
This one,
That's because I want to take it to some people that I know that enjoy beer, or at least kind of like beer,
yeah,
and be like, try this. This is awesome.
it is awesome. And this one I want to buy more because it is great for an IPA, and
Oh, yeah.
it is limited edition.
When it comes to IPA ratings, this one right here,
I don't think we've ranked any-
top of the list.
top
For
one.
sure.
That
Top
is
one
my
for me.
favorite IPA I've ever had. I loathe
And it's
IPAs.
crazy that it's double IPA.
Yes.
Yeah,
I-
the fact that it's a double IPA, not just normal IPA. Double
It's a
IPA,
double, and it's unfucking filtered.
unfiltered, and it's fucking
Maybe
hands down.
that's why we like it, is because it is unfiltered. It is stronger.
It's more.
It's got
raw,
some
Yes.
flavor. It's got character.
Personally,
beyond hops.
Yeah.
Personally, I loathe IPAs. I will try them. I've tried a few. I just cannot. But with my
Brain says
palate,
no.
with what I like, IPAs are just not it. This is the only IPA I have ever had that if I saw it sitting in a store, I would get excited to see it. I would buy 2 or 3 of them to take home just to enjoy them on a whim. Any other IPA, if I saw it in a store, I'd be like, yeah, I've had that. Not again.
I think some of the other Boulevard IPAs and the Stone, Boulevard IPAs and Stone IPAs. I didn't like the rye IPA because it did have a very spiciness to it.
Which that's the deal.
But their
rye.
single rye IPA was
Alright.
drinkable, and then the Stone Soaring Dragon IPA was good.
It was good.
Price
The
point.
Price point. Was
No, it's like,
terrible.
I think you have to acknowledge that about Stone is like they're good quality drinks
You're
and
gonna pay
everything,
more.
but they do cost more for that quality.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's something that's like I haven't seen anything from them that is of a poor quality.
Oh yeah.
So they may have more upfront cost because you know you're going to get something.
It's one of those
That
things
is of a
we're
better
charging
quality.
you because we know what we're doing is
They know what they're
going to
doing.
please you.
And they put in the effort
Oh, yeah.
behind it versus just like a Budweiser, which is,
So
it's just a Budweiser. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to put in effort to get to the Budweiser. Like, sure, they could like work on their quality, but like it's still just a Budweiser. Here we have something. They're trying to bring something
Different.
unique to the table, and they're putting in
Yeah.
the effort. They're putting in making sure that they're small batch sampling for like these limited run
Yeah.
ones.
it's good.
They're putting in the effort like, hey, we want to bring something unique to you. We know this is not going to be like something that we're going to be able to carry all the time. So we're going to bring it to you still. We're going to make a nice limited run out of it. We're still going to put in that work to make sure it's great.
Oh yeah.
And when it's gone, it's gone.
So
Which adds to like me wanting to get it before it's gone.
we have one final rating, and I have a feeling we're all gonna,
Wait, is it? I don't want to rate.
we have one final rating. We are pretty much gonna vote the same. British versus American who wins.
Hands down, just based off of the scoring, American won.
Oh, American wins. I mean, even then, history dictates
It's
America.
pretty damn close.
It is close.
It is close
Because they're all so good. But that
This
one
is-
skews it
This is
so
the
far.
reason.
Now, I would like to point out, like, even though I ranked them completely differently than you two, I still had the Stone, which was American above.
Yeah, we all pretty much
but even
voted American above British.
American above British. But even at that point, like, the British beers themselves,
They know what the fuck they're doing.
they knew what the fuck they're doing.
They've had a little bit longer time to figure out what the fuck they're doing.
This one's
But,
been unchanged since 1778.
Well, they maybe need to change their nitro recipe.
Just
a little
That's
bit.
probably been changed a little bit.
They're like,
Since
Needs
the
to be
90s.
changed again, but
fine tuning with the technology.
yeah, but
Which
They
takes time.
probably don't have the research dedication budget as Guinness does.
Yeah.
no.
Because Guinness does put in the effort to the glass.
Oh yeah.
And that plays
And
into
the pour.
And the pour. Yeah, you got the pour, the glass, but that
And
took time and money.
Yeah.
They probably don't have that money part of it, But as they continue to keep on selling, they will probably continue tweaking, and it'll probably just keep on elevating it.
Oh yeah. But all right.
Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you for watching, and keep on drinking.
Responsibly.
Oh, yeah.
Drink responsibly and drink what you like, because
opinions
are subjective.
Above everything, drink what you like.
Yes.
Drink because you like the flavor, but don't be afraid to try new things.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. See you in the next one.
Yes. Yees.
Yees.